The movie opens with Luke, a professional yacht delivery captain, the kind of guy who transports expensive boats across long ocean routes. But this trip isn't just work. Luke has invited his close friend Matt to join him, and Matt doesn't come alone. His girlfriend Susie is with him, along with Kate. And yeah, Kate isn't just any friend. She's Luke's ex. At the dock, Luke introduces everyone to Warren, a new crew member. While they're there, Kate notices something disturbing. Shark skeletons displayed nearby. Not small ones, big species, mako, tiger, hammerhead, even great whites. A local guide casually mentions that sharks are definitely in these waters. People just assume they don't come this far. He even jokes about how rare shark attacks are, comparing them to bee stings. Soon, all 5 of them set sail. At first, everything feels perfect. The ocean is calm, the sky is clear, and for a while, it genuinely feels like a relaxing getaway. Even Kate and Luke slowly start opening up again. They're sailing through coral reef areas, which means the water below isn't as deep as open ocean. After hours of smooth sailing, they spot a small island in the distance. Luke suggests they stop there for a break, maybe do some diving. Everyone agrees. Using a small safety boat, they head to the island. The place is quiet, untouched, almost too quiet. No people, no signs of life. After relaxing for a bit, they decide to dive, and underwater, everything feels calm, beautiful even. But then, Kate notices something. A small shark. Just a baby. It's small, she probably thinks. Not a big deal. But sometimes, small signs matter. After diving, they sit on the beach, catching their breath. Until suddenly, Warren starts shouting from the boat. He's signaling them. Something's wrong. Luke immediately senses it and rushes everyone back. There's no time to question. As they head back using the small boat, it hits something. A rock. They manage to reach the main yacht, but the situation gets worse, because now, the tide is dropping, and their yacht is stuck. The water level has gone down just enough for the yacht to get caught on a reef. If they don't move carefully, they could damage the entire boat. Luke and Warren quickly take control. They adjust the anchor, slowly maneuver the yacht. After a lot of effort, they manage to free it. Night falls. Everyone heads to their cabins, trying to rest. Morning comes. Kate and Luke talk again, this time more openly, about their past, about what went wrong. There's emotion there, regret. Then Luke goes inside to grab food supplies, and in the next second, everything changes. Without warning, the yacht suddenly flips. Everyone is thrown into the ocean, disoriented, gasping, fighting to reach the surface. Kate comes up first, then Susie, then Luke, then Warren. But Matt is nowhere. For a few terrifying seconds, he's trapped underwater. Panic spreads instantly. Luke doesn't think it twice. He dives back in. He searches blindly, grabs Matt, and pulls him up. They're all alive, but barely. They cling to the overturned yacht, trying to process what just happened. The boat is upside down, badly damaged. Their food, water, supplies, gone. The small boat, useless. And worst of all, they're completely alone. No ships, no land, nothing. Luke looks around, trying to think, but even he doesn't know what caused this. Did they hit a reef? Or was it something else? And then Luke notices something. The bottom of the boat is damaged, badly. Even if they fix it, it won't sail. Now the reality hits. They're stranded. In the middle of the ocean. The group finally understands the real situation they're in. No signal, no nearby ships, no land in sight. Just open ocean and time running out. Luke forces himself to stay composed. If he loses control, everyone else will too. He scans the horizon again and again, but it's the same view in every direction. Empty. And then he makes a decision. They can't stay here. The current is slowly dragging them away, and the longer they wait, the lower their chances of being found. So, Luke tells them about the only option they have, Turtle Island. It's not close, roughly 4 to 5 hours away, maybe more, depending on their speed. Susie immediately panics. Matt too. This isn't just swimming. This is open ocean survival. They're not trained for this, but Luke is. He explains that staying here means certain death. No rescue boats come this far out. No one even knows where they are. So if they want to live, they have to swim. Warren chooses to stay with the yacht. In his mind, it's safer than entering open water filled with predators. Luke doesn't argue anymore. He dives into the wreck one more time and gathers whatever he can. Wetsuits to help with temperature, a floating board to support Susie and Kate, and anything that might increase their chances. Every small detail matters now. Then they prepare. One last look at the yacht, one last moment of hesitation, and they jump. 4 people, leaving behind the only solid thing they had, and swimming into uncertainty. Luke leads from the front, using his watch to guide direction. The ocean is relatively calm, and for a while, they even convince themselves that this might actually work. Hours pass. The sun climbs higher. Their bodies start getting heavier. Then suddenly, Susie freezes. She sees something below them, moving. Luke immediately dives down to check, but sees nothing. Just blue emptiness. They keep going, but now, every shadow in the water feels like a threat. And then, they see it. Something floating ahead. At first, they can't tell what it is. It's just there, drifting. And as they get closer, it becomes clear. It's a turtle, a massive one. But something is terribly wrong. Its body is intact, but its head gone. Susie's legs almost stop moving. Fear locks her body. Luke snaps them out of it, tells them to move. Fast. They push forward, trying to escape the area. Back at the yacht, Warren sits alone, completely silent. Then, the water shifts. Small movements, circling around him. He leans forward, trying to see, and there it is, a fin, cutting through the surface. Out in the open water, Susie sees something again. This time, she screams. Kate tries to calm her down, but panic spreads quickly in situations like this. Luke dives again, and this time, There's no mistake. He sees it, a massive shark gliding beneath them. Luke comes up instantly, trying to stay calm. He tells everyone to stay together. The shark begins circling them, not attacking, just observing. Then the shark moves closer, so close. It brushes past Kate. Her body freezes instantly. The sudden contact shocks her, and her floating board slips out of her hands, drifting away. Now there's a problem. Without that board, she loses support. Matt looks at it, then at her, and makes a choice. He goes after it, slowly, carefully, trying not to attract attention. He reaches the board, grabs it, turns back, and in the next second, the shark attacks. Matt is dragged under instantly. The group explodes into panic. Seconds later, he resurfaces, alive, but barely. His body is severely injured. He can't move properly. Susie breaks down. She holds onto him, crying, shaking. Luke shouts at her, they have to leave because the blood in the water has already sealed his fate, and soon it will bring the shark back. Luke immediately pulls her away. They start swimming, fast, desperate, and just seconds later, the water behind them explodes again. Matt disappears beneath the surface for the final time. Now it's just three of them. Luke, Kate, Susie, and then night takes over. Darkness spreads across the ocean, and somewhere out there, that shark is still with them. At one point, it circles again, close enough for them to feel its presence, but it doesn't attack. Not yet. It's waiting, and that waiting is worse than anything. Susie finally snaps. All the fear, the pain, the exhaustion, it turns into anger. She lashes out at Luke, blaming him for everything, for bringing them here, for lying about the distance, for getting Matt killed. And honestly, Luke doesn't argue, because deep down, he knows she's right. He apologizes, because there's nothing else he can say. Morning finally comes, and with it, a small miracle. Kate opens her eyes and sees something, a rock formation. Not the island yet, but close. Hope, real hope. She wakes the others, and suddenly, there's energy again. Not much, but enough to keep going. They push forward. Every stroke now has purpose. They reach a small reef, just enough to rest on. Their bodies collapse onto it, half in water, half out. But they can't stay long. They know that. So, after a short break, they move again. Then suddenly, Susie notices something. Again, everyone freezes. Something is approaching, fast. But as it gets closer, it changes shape. It's not a shark. It's a dolphin. For a moment, everything relaxes. They almost laugh. After everything, this feels like a sign. Like maybe they'll actually make it. They start swimming again, closer to the island now, closer to safety. And then, without warning, the water beneath Susie collapses. The shark strikes. It grabs her and drags her down before anyone can react. Luke instantly dives after her. Kate screams. Seconds feel like forever. And just like that, Susie is gone. Now it's only two, Luke and Kate. Luke grabs her and forces her forward. They swim toward the nearest rock and finally manage to climb onto a small, unstable surface. Kate's foot is injured while climbing, the skin torn, bleeding. Luke quickly opens his bag, pulls out a piece of cloth, and wraps it tightly around her wound. His hands are steady. Even now, that says everything about him. She tells him the truth. She never stopped loving him. Not after the breakup, not after leaving. It was always there. Luke looks at her, and for a moment, the ocean disappears. He pulls her into a hug, because out here, that's the only thing that still feels real. After resting, they make one final decision. The island is close now. This is their last push. They slide back into the water. Every movement hurts, but they keep going. Luke constantly checks beneath them, scanning, alert, making sure nothing is following. But then it appears, right in front of them, the shark, closer than ever. Kate panics instantly, warns Luke. He reacts fast, throws his bag into the water, creating a distraction. For a split second, it works. They swim as fast as they can. The rock island is right there, almost within reach. They reach its base, but climbing it, almost impossible. Their hands keep sliding off. The shark is closing in. There's no time. Luke makes a decision. He pushes Kate upward with everything he has left, until finally, she makes it. She pulls herself onto the rock. Luke jumps, grabs the edge, and then the water behind him explodes. The shark attacks. Instant, it pulls him under. Gone. Just like that, Kate screams, over and over, calling his name, begging. But the ocean gives her nothing back. The next day, a fishing boat finds Kate, barely alive. She's rescued. Search teams later return, looking for the yacht, for Warren. But they find nothing. No wreckage, no bodies, no sign, like they were erased.